Greetings, it's Executive Ostrich. Today I'm going to be talking about Webkinz underrated arcade games. We all hear a lot about Cash Cow and Tile Towers, but I thought I would talk about the ones that aren't mentioned as much. I divided the list into reasons I theorize why these games aren't as popular as the games listed in Ganz's top 10 list. Alright, first up we have the games that don't have a distinct mascot. When I refer to a distinct mascot, I am referring to a character that shows up consistently throughout the game and is considered to be the icon of the game. An example of this is Poncho from Candy Bash and Candy Bash 2. One of these underrated games without a mascot is Home Before Dark. Home Before Dark is a puzzle game where you move the puzzle pieces to form a path for Webkinz to go to houses. The game is timed based on the time of day changing. I personally think this game is great because you get a ton of Kinz cash and it has great music. I also think the game is relatively unique compared to the other Webkinz puzzle games. Up next in this category is Get 11 Solitaire. For those of you who have watched my gameplay videos, I can talk an earful about why this is the best game to exist and how it shouldn't be deluxe only. For those who haven't played this, it's basically where you get cards to add to 11 to clear the board of cards. Reasons why I think this is severely underrated is because it's a unique card game and it's quick. This game is the reason why I learned to count to 11. My next cluster of underrated games has to do with taking too long. Basically, people don't play these as much because they get impatient with how long it takes or how much brain power is required to play it. First up in this category is Eager Beaver Adventure Park. This is a deluxe-only word game that entails connecting letters to make words. The game gets more difficult by putting toxic letters to seep through the letter below it. If these letters make it to the bottom, you lose. Even though the game takes forever and forces you to think, you do get a lot of Kinz cash, and it's actually really well thought out. The building theme and the pressure of the toxic letters is a ton of fun to play when I have the brain capacity to play it. Next up is Quizzy's Word Challenge. Honestly, I always forget this game exists until I play it on my deluxe trial. This is a word game where you make words with the outer ring, middle ring, and center letter. The trick to the game is you can only go towards the center. This game is actually pretty underrated and is a more chill version of Eager Beaver. Next up is Crafty Canaries. Crafty Canaries is a puzzle game where you drag the lines to match 3 or more of the same object. The game also has the obstacle of locking lines, so you can't move it unless you make a match with the lock to unlock it. This game really doesn't get the praise it should because it's such a unique take on the very common match 3 puzzle game, and the obstacles make it interesting. Also, the theme is super cute, and I think the music is perfect for the game. The next underrated game I'm going to talk about is Pizza Palace. Now, there seems to be a massive divide among fans about whether they love the game or hate the game. For those who haven't had the pleasure of playing this game, you basically act as a pizzeria owner and worker. Some fans hate this game because it takes too long, and the impatient customers in the game make it a nightmare. I'm personally on the boat of loving this game when I have the time to play. I enjoy the strategy element in this game and feel like a productive boss while playing. Last game for this category is Color Storm. This game is pretty old, and I often forget how much fun the game is until I have to play it for a challenge. It's basically a puzzle game where you get an angry rain cloud to drop different colored rain to match 4 colors of the same color together. This game is also great because it's pretty simple, but it's a good mix of strategy and chance. This game is also great if I can't find my mouse. Our last category for underrated Webkinz games is trigger finger inducing games. These are the games that require rapid mouse clicking to survive. The first of these games is Dex Dangerous and the Lunar Lugbots. I feel like I hear a ton about the Dex Dangerous saga with the movies and the items, but I rarely hear about the arcade game. This game consists of you protecting a dinky looking planet while space robots come at you. I keep forgetting about this game until I have to play it for challenges, and it's definitely more fun than I remembered. I do find the key strategy for this game is to rapid fire, which does cause my index finger to cramp. Other than my finger cramps, this game is well designed and offers a good storyline. Next up is Jazz Monsters. Jazz Monsters is one of the original 2005 arcade games that was brought back from retirement. It involves you playing musical instruments to ward off monsters. I may be a little biased for liking the music theme, but I think this game deserves more praise. I enjoy playing this because it doesn't take much time, and I like playing the music instruments. Lastly, we have Zingo's Pie Throw. Out of the Zingo's franchise, this is definitely top tier. This game entails you throwing pies at Zingos before they throw pies at you. It sounds really cheesy, but I could literally play this game for hours. The way it progresses in difficulty makes the game exciting, and you make mad bank from this game. It honestly baffles me that this game gets outshined by Wacky Zingos in Zacky's Quest. Alright, that wraps up my list of underrated Webkinz games. What games do you think are underrated? If you like me spending my free time talking about Webkinz, subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!